Welcome to the full review of Chase's newest credit card, the Chase Freedom Rise, which was launched in June of 2023 and is the exciting $0 annual fee card that joins the lineup of Chase Freedom cards. The Freedom Rise, which Chase specifically launched for those who are either new to credit cards or at the very beginning of their journey to financial independence, is a top-tier credit card for all of the reasons that we'll talk about in today's video. So buckle in, let's go. So we're going to start the full review of this card right at the reason that most people will discover or want to learn more about this card, which is the approval process and who this card is exactly built for. The Chase Freedom Rise was specifically created for individuals with no credit. This could also be a good card for you if you are at the beginning of your credit card game. Now, this is a valuable card if that's you, because it's a fact that getting a credit card with no credit history or very little credit history can be very challenging to do. But the rewards on the other side of building credit and increasing your credit score over time can lead to some really valuable financial opportunities for you in the future, not to mention some awesome increased perks as you climb the different credit card ladders. So let's first talk approval and the best strategy to getting approved for this card. A common misconception with this card is that it's meant for people with fair or poor credit who are hoping to rebuild their credit score. While it is a card for beginners, Chase has given no public indication that those with fair or poor credit who are looking to rebuild will be able to get approved with any sort of consistency for this card. In fact, we can look at every public comment Chase management has made about this card and verify that it is specifically for those who are beginning their credit card journey, not those with established poor credit. So if this is you and you're at the start of your credit card journey, Chase encourages you to apply. However, they offer one specific method to increase your odds of approval, which I suggest you take if you're nervous about getting approved for the first time on this card. The tangible steps Chase recommends to increase your approval odds for the Freedom Rise is to 1. Open a Chase checking account and fund that account with $250. And the second step is to let that deposit settle and the $250 be in your account, and then apply for the Chase Freedom Rise. Now, if you want to support this channel in a free and easy way, you can use my affiliate link in the first line of the description. If you do, it's greatly appreciated, but if not, no harm either way. Now, I do want to point out that having funds in the checking account per Chase is no guarantee of acceptance, but it is a tangible way to increase your approval odds for the card, and I think that if you're new to credit, you should have a very good chance of getting approved, especially if you take the step first. Now, since we're talking about applications, a pro tip that I want to give out to you guys is to always know your credit score. If you're unsure about your credit score right now, or you think you're new to credit and may not have one, a simple and free, easy way to check is to use the Chase Credit Journey. Using Chase Credit Journey, which I'll link below, isn't sponsored or affiliated, but I really recommend it to everybody to have a good idea as to what your credit score is. It's one of the most important financial metrics, and knowing it will help you gauge what credit cards you could apply for in the future, which could have great bonuses and different travel perks. It also gives you a good control over your financial life. Chase also uses a soft credit check on this, which means it won't hurt your credit score no matter how many times you use the tool to check. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part of every card, the benefits. There are two categories of benefits with this card: spending benefits and travel and purchase benefits. Let's talk about the spending benefits first. The big pull on this card is that it is a catch-all credit card. What I mean by that is you get a flat 1.5% back on all purchases that you make with this card. The benefits of a catch-all card is that you don't have to keep track of categories, worry about opening 2 to 3 credit cards to optimize your spending, and 1.5% back with Chase is a really strong rewards amount, which actually matches the highest percentage across any of their consumer cards. The next benefit is a $25 bonus for enabling autopay. This card is all about building your credit score for the future, so it only makes sense that they'll reward you for paying consistently and on time. Chase has also worked out a few smaller partnerships with the Freedom Rise, including 5% back on all Lyft rides, a complimentary 3 months on Dash Pass, 3 months of complimentary Instacart Plus, and $10 per quarter in Instacart statement credits. Now, these are in the use it or lose it fashion, so if you decide not to use your statement credits and purchase on Instacart with your Chase card, you're going to lose them. So you can take advantage of that and get some free delivery and some free food with this card as a built-in benefit. So Chase has also taken the step to beef up the benefits of this card by adding some travel and protection benefits. This is not necessarily standard on every single credit card, so if you're comparing different cards, especially for beginners, see what your credit card offers other than just cashback spending that you could potentially use if you're a traveler. With your Freedom Rise, you get purchase protection for 120 days against damage or theft, up to about $500 per claim or $50,000 per account. You also get the nice feature of extended warranty protection, which extends the time period of a US manufacturer's warranty by 1 additional year. And then finally, you also get some trip protection with this card, with insurance that reimburses up to $1,500 per person and $6,000 per trip for a prepaid non-refundable passenger fares. This can come in handy and give you some confidence when you're booking flights, so you can lock in the lowest tickets for where you're traveling without having to go out and purchase extra insurance or trip protection when you're booking. However, I think one of the biggest sneaky benefits that Chase offers with this card is a credit limit reevaluation after 6 months of this card. Because Chase understands that you're new to building credit, and your first credit card probably isn't going to be the biggest credit limit you'll be approved for, they take the step by reevaluating you after 6 on-time purchases and giving you the opportunity to expand that credit limit to allow you to spend more on the card if your situation calls for it. Now, most people would probably stop the review there and start to compare this card to other starter cards and give you their honest feedback about whether this is a good card to add to your wallet. This is not a video that's going to follow most standard reviews because I've saved probably the most important review when considering this card for last. Before I go into what I think is the most important factor that you won't read about this card when considering it, please subscribe to the channel if you think this information is helpful and you want to see other videos reviewing credit cards and evaluating the best financial tools to upgrade your life. So now that I've gone ahead and teased the last and maybe biggest benefit of getting the Chase Freedom Rise, I'm going to break down what I think that benefit is. And that benefit is simply your ability to take the first step onto the ladder of the Chase credit card family. Now, you've probably heard or at least seen captions in other videos talking about some powerful Chase setups that can actually allow you to almost multiply the rewards that you earn through Chase. Some of these setups like to call their Chase strategy the Chase trifecta. This is essentially collecting multiple Chase cards and using them to help you earn better than average returns on regular purchases, exceptional travel perks, and enhanced rewards on your spending. Now, there are many videos covering exactly how to do this, but the biggest thing to know is that having a Chase card gives you access to the Chase Ultimate Rewards portal, and you're able to use your Chase Ultimate Rewards points to either go for cash back options or save them and potentially combine them with other Chase cards down the road to unlock some really cool travel benefits when you accumulate enough points. Now, Chase advertises their cashback cards in percentages. In the Freedom Rise, it's 1.5% cash back, but you'll actually be given Chase Ultimate Rewards points, which are valued at 1.5% cash back if redeemed for cash back. You'll have the option with this card to have access to that Chase portal, which can get you started on this journey and also give you a ton of flexible options in addition to cash back when you're redeeming your rewards. The big benefit of getting started with the Chase Freedom Rise is that when you want to upgrade and add more cards to maybe pursue the Chase trifecta in the future, is that as you upgrade, your credit won't require a hard inquiry on your credit report, so you can keep the same account number and the same average age of your accounts, which will keep increasing your credit score, which is good across both areas. You'll also likely have some better acceptance odds for those cards with higher travel perks and sign-up bonuses, and as a member of the Chase family, you'll be more inclined to actually go out and get those rewards for yourself, having a ton of familiarity with Chase, the Chase interface on the mobile app, and just Chase banking as a whole. So now that you know all of the facts about the Chase Freedom Rise, what is my final verdict as I put myself in the shoes of someone who is looking for their first or second credit card ever to add to their wallet? The bottom line is that if you decide to go with the Chase Freedom Rise, I don't think that you will regret your experience at all, and it is a great starter card. As we talked about, you're gonna love the easygoing 1.5% catch-all nature of this card, the incentive to just sign up for autopay and get yourself into a habit of seeing your credit card bill paid off in full at the payment date. And as time goes on, you're gonna really appreciate getting that first rung on the Chase credit card ladder. I think you're also going to appreciate the smoothness of the Chase app interface and all of the free tools like the Chase credit journey that they give you on there to help you manage your finances. Now that being said, this is not the only starter card in the market. This is just Chase's approach to help those new to credit get into the door. The Discover It card is another excellent starter card that is constantly being advertised that you've likely seen and heard about, that is a direct competitor for Discover to Chase's Freedom Rise. This is one of the other options too that I'd heavily recommend for those who want to maximize cash back and potentially earn maybe even more rewards, but it's also limited in other ways, like being an only cashback card and not as much potential for the future. But I've made a full video on that card that I'll link as well. At the end, no matter what you choose, it will come down to your personal style and preference, but if you decide to join the Chase family on the Chase Freedom Rise, I think you've personally made an excellent decision for yourself. Go ahead and click here to watch the next video to see how you can improve your financial life. Thanks for watching.